I know how much you like Thanksgiving. I know that it's your favorite holiday.
It's the best holiday there is.
There's
There's not a single holiday that's better.
Do you feel like, and I don't think I'm saying anything controversial because probably a lot of people feel like, do you feel like you need a vacation from the holiday?
Oh my God.
Like
yeah.
you need a break from
I
the
feel that
break,
way.
from
I
the
mean-
family time. You feel like, I think I need a holiday. I think I need a vacation from this holiday.
Yeah, it was I had a good holiday. It was a long weekend. The kids were home and stuff. It was good. It was all like positive. But it's exhausting.
You're like, Elliot, I'm sick of you right now. No more.
Not him. Although, man, he had one of the craziest tantrums he's had in a while last Wednesday.
What do you do?
Just like beating the shit out of us in the mall. Like he just starts punching.
What did he want?
Like,
What
you know what he wanted? He wanted to see how we walked past a gumball machine and he wanted to see how it worked.
Yeah. You put a quarter in,
right?
You get a gumball. I think he wanted a gumball.
Yeah, and the problem is with 3-year-olds is you do the thing they ask you to do, and then they just want to do it again, and he was just trying to see what he could do, you know?
Yeah. So did you do it?
Yeah, we did it, and it didn't help.
Didn't satisfy him.
It didn't help. It probably just made for bigger problems in the future. So
yeah.
And then I like picked him up, and we're just walking through the mall. He's just punching me in the face.
Yeah.
And I was just like, buddy, which is totally like different than how like our generation was raised, and definitely a generation before us, you know.
Yeah.
Well, which is good. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad. But I was just like, buddy, we can't hit. We can't hit. So you know what he started doing? He started kicking.
Didn't you? Oh,
started kicking me. I was like, well, you know what? Good pivot.
Red Sox fans have longed to hear it. The Boston Red Sox are world champions. Wycheck. The 3-2 for the winner. Has caught for Des Bryant.
I was thinking about football. I had a little take.
You were thinking about football?
I was always. I had a little take, but it's not flushed out, but it was just a thought I had. And it was just that, like, what are we doing? What's our schedule? Are we doing power rankings today?
Did you?
Because I think it'd be nice
that you were mid-sentence.
Yeah, because I was just like, do I want to start this thing? I was like, sometimes I think, because I know that once I start it, it's going to be a whole thing. And I was like, wait, I don't want to derail us.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I'm putting the boot on. This is why I'm all in different angles here. I still got the boot. Putting the boot on.
Put the boot on.
Good patient.
We can go into...
Okay, here's my thing. So people, I don't know how much people know about you on this podcast. Sorry. This is not great television. I don't know how much you've shared on the podcast, but Derek screenwrites.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm working on a documentary. And so I got to do a lot of writing too. So we both have, writing understanding of what makes a story structure, these things. Yeah. And there's something in the NFL right now, which...
Sorry. This is just, what are you doing?
I'm almost there.
Should I also? Yeah, we're gonna do this whole podcast where we're like leaning off screen, like kind of off the mic.
Okay, back.
Okay,
done. Yeah. I have to put the boot on.
We got it.
All right, all done. Sorry, I probably should have done this before hopping on.
Probably.
Well, you know what? That created urgency for me. I had to try to do both things. Okay, anyways, there's a thing now in the NFL. It's called game script, right? How the game is progressing and flowing and going through. And what I've realized is we say this every week. There's no good teams. Nobody's good. Sorry. Even the Rams, who we thought were the only good team, I don't know.
They lost to the other good team.
Yeah. Right. Your Super Bowl champion, Carolina Panthers. So there's no good team. And so what ends up really what it is that these teams, because they're not like, there's no great team certainly, and because of that, the games have to follow a certain script for most of these teams to win. I would say now for all of these teams to win. Like for the Bills, the game script they need to play with a lead. They need to get ahead. They only have this path to victory. And it's probably different a little bit for every team. Obviously, every team likes to play with the lead. But you know what I'm saying? Like the game script has to go a certain way for these teams to win. And if they can't, you can get a game where it's like the Bills aren't that much better than the Steelers. But the game script, the matchup, the settings, like it just went that way. So it resulted in a big win. You know what I mean? And I think the change in the game script between these teams, because I don't think there's big differences between any of these teams, even in the games where a team blows another team out. Like I'll give you an example. Philadelphia, Chicago, right? We're watching that game. Are we good? We stable? We're watching that game.
We're good, yeah.
And it's I mean, Philadelphia played horrible. Philadelphia played horrible most of that game. And still, in the third quarter, Caleb, he makes the boneheaded play that he's going to make every game, right? Yeah. Fumble, Philadelphia's going back. Like, they score there, it's a different game. They don't. So it ends up looking like the Bears sort of blew them out. And it's ugly because Philadelphia couldn't do anything then, right? But, that little event there goes from a possible Eagles taking that game to the game script I think is just so critical because there's nobody that can overcome a bad game script. And we know this, every team likes to play their sort of way. But then my question was going to be to you because I think as a society, this is a bigger narrative. As a society, we put so much emphasis on the individual. So we think okay, Patrick Mahomes is going to overcome this thing. He can't. And it's probably that way most of the time anyways, but we just end up giving way too much credit to the individual. And we don't realize that actually the broader narrative of the game in the context, the support, these things are a much bigger factor always in football than we like to say. We distill it down, especially sports talk, distills it down very simply to, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes. And honestly, they don't even do that most of the time. Most of the time they just do Patrick Mahomes this. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make it.
Totally. Yeah. No, yeah.
It's not a Mahomes thing. It's just the idea, we focus so much on and then I was thinking in film, when was what's a film where you're this script is trash, the supporting actors are crap, the director doesn't know what he's doing, cinematographer is shit. When was the last time you saw a film like that? And then you're but the actor, he overcame that. And I thought of one example.
I also have an example in it.
Okay, what is it?
This
is what I thought would be the fun part.
It might be an unpopular one.
Okay, go.
I have a couple. I actually have a lot of examples of that.
Likely I haven't seen the film, but I've probably seen the trailer.
Okay, first example. I will say the entirety of the Star Wars prequels. Actually, there's a lot of examples in Star Wars specifically. Because the Star Wars prequels, I felt like Ewan McGregor carried that. You didn't see these movies, but I thought he was great. And then in the Star Wars, the Disney trilogy, the sequels, I thought Adam Driver also kind of...
He was in those?
Yeah. And then my other example is also Adam Driver.
Okay.
And this is
this is
a
Scarlett
controversial
Johansson movie.
Yeah, because people like that movie.
That movie looks annoying. Yeah, looks exhausting.
It really thinks highly of itself. That's what I will say about that movie. And
but he's good.
Adam Driver is exceptional in it. The script is garbage. The movie, I don't like that movie at all. Colleen and I were watching it. This was probably 5 years ago now, and we're 20 minutes into it. We've kind of been watching it silently, and then one of us had to go get a drinking water or something. And so we pause it and we just look at each other and we're like trying to fill each other out on it. We're like, yeah, so what do you think? How are you? What do you? And then one of us said like one negative thing, and that just like opened the floodgates. We were like, I fucking hate this movie. Just like we just, and we finished it, and it didn't. We didn't like it. We didn't like that movie. Sorry.
I think I've seen the trailer because you mentioned it before. It's probably 5 years ago. Yeah,
That's
and
funny.
I think I watched the trailer and I was like, this is sort of exhausting.
The trailer was exhausting.
Yeah,
no,
it felt
it's a very.
felt like it's a
like
lot.
I said, it thinks very highly of itself.
Yeah, I have. Can I give you the example that I have?
Sure.
Well, I don't know if it is an example, but I think I might just be wanting to, plow ahead in sharing one of my favorite takes of all time, and that is, you ever see the show Wishbone? Have I talked to you about Wishbone?
You've talked about it.
I love it.
I think I was a little too young.
Okay, there's this show on PBS, and this is how I know that it's out there, because you can't even describe what the show is. You know what I mean? Like, I
Right.
can't give a log line for the show. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to do my best, though. It's a dog, and there's two realities, or there's two time sections in this show. One
Sure.
section is everyday life, where Wishbone is Wishbone the dog. He has a family. There's two kids. There's a kid in the family and a dad or something, mom, something. And then there's an alternate reality where something happens in the real world and it reminds Wishbone of a classic novel. So
right.
my
Okay,
favorite
yeah.
episode is Wishbone meets a dog, Rosie, and he's like, wow, because Wishbone got sent to the pound because he was digging up the neighbor's flowers. So he goes to the pound and he meets a dog, Rosie, and he falls in love. He's like, wow. And then they take Rosie away and he's like, oh no, is this like forbidden love? And then it reminds him of Romeo and Juliet.
Oh my.
And so in the alternate reality, Wishbone is Romeo and there's a human girl that's Juliet.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm not joking. This is great. And this brings me to my next great take.
Wait, so
I
it's a
think
dog
Wishbone,
in the real world.
he's a dog the whole time.
He's a dog the whole time.
He's a dog the whole time. You may want to add some graphics here. Wishbone
Okay.
holding a rose in his mouth might be a good one. He's dressed up in the way Romeo would be dressed up, like Shakespeare. It's fantastic. And this brings me to my favorite take. This is gold. I think he's one of the great thespians of our time, frankly. Look at this dog. Look at that. Are you kidding me? That dog.
This dog can get it.
Dude, are you? Dude, also, I don't think Ewan McGregor could do this. But look at the range. He plays Romeo. He plays Sancho Panza in Dante. He plays what's that? Sancho Panza in oh man, my brain is freezing. Anyways, they do Frankenstein. He does
Don Quixote.
Don Quixote, yeah, Don Quixote. They do Dante's Inferno, I think.
All the great
classics.
public domain works.
All the classics. Are you kidding me? He's in. They do the Odyssey.
Oh,
Honestly, better than Cliff Notes.
well, that
This is
I'm
my
glad
knowledge
I'm glad this
of
had
literature.
such an impact on you. You know what this reminds me of now?
My whole
We're not
knowledge of
gonna-
literature. This show could take you through college.
I assume we're going to get back. I assume we're going to
Yeah.
tie this
Football?
back to football. But have you seen the Bee movie?
Oh yeah. Okay, I got
Okay.
asked to lower the volume.
Oh, nice.
So
You
two
started talking
things.
about Wishbone. You're
Chiefs
talking about
and
Wishbones.
Wishbone. Most
Chiefs and
passionate
Wishbone
about
really
yeah.
get you going.
Mhm.
Bee movie.
There's nobody in the library. There's like
Well.
two people.
Well, that
Because
person wanted it to be quiet.
how can old people come to the library? It's like 8 inches of snow outside. All right,
There
sorry,
are
that
8
was
inches
a lot.
of snow.
Yeah,
Jeez.
well, it's on the way to
Um,
it. There's definitely 5 at this point.
Do you know the plot of Bee movie? I'm
No.
going to get stuck on this.
What's the plot on B movie?
It's about It's about essentially what the plot boils down to is a human woman falls in love with a bee that has the voice of Jerry Seinfeld.
That doesn't sound good. That
And,
his
like-
voice is his worst part.
Yeah, Yeah.
I'm not advocating for the rest of him, but that voice is definitely the worst part.
That's like a key plot point of this movie, though, is that the woman
Seinfeld's voice.
So this kind of reminds me of it. Where is Wishbone like? Is he not into dogs? Is he into like human?
No,
humans?
he's into dogs, but in the alternate reality,
but in his
he has
fantasy,
to.
it has to be a.
No, he has to play Romeo
Human?
because who else could play Romeo? Look
right,
at
but
that
why
rose
can't
in his
Juliet
mouth.
be a dog? I guess is what I'm saying. Why couldn't it be a whole cast of dogs?
I don't think that there is that many dogs that can do what he did. Here's
No,
the other
it's-
thing.
okay,
This
all right,
show was
he's a
because he's the
unicorn.
greatest thespian of all time. Are
Right,
you
right,
kidding me?
right,
Listen,
right.
this show only lasted for like 5 years, and I don't want to guess why that is because I will start crying.
Yeah, the dog. You're kind of bound to the life expectancy of a Jack Russell Terrier, and it's
you can't replace him.
can't
Imagine they had a
replace-
different
irreplaceable,
dog to replace Wishbone. Crazy.
Yeah.
Dude,
So I assume
The
this is going to tie
Odyssey-
back into an Air Bud take somehow.
Oh,
who would you rather
actually,
start?
Air Bud is great.
Well, who would you
too.
rather start an NFL franchise with as your quarterback? J.J.
Ooh.
McCarthy
Air
or
Bud. 100%
Air Bud?
It's not even close.
But he's not. He was a golden receiver, not a.
I don't care.
not a
Justin
quarterback.
Jefferson on one side, Air Bud on the other side.
That could
That's
turn it
crazy.
around for. That could turn it around for J.J.
Who's
McCarthy.
the number one? I think
Bud.
Air Bud is
Air
the
Bud.
number one.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson's just doing clear out routes to make space for Air Bud on that team. Oh man,
this is great. But you
Well,
know
that-
what I'm saying? Game script. I think because
I
none
have
of these
no
teams
idea
are
what
good.
you're saying.
Oh, okay.
Just want to be clear. I don't know why we're talking about dogs. I don't know why we're
We
talking
got
about
here.
Wishbone. I'm
did
enjoying
it.
the hell out of it, but I had no idea why it's happening.
Game script. We need all these teams need the right game script. Otherwise, they can go from a win to a blowout very quickly. No one's that good, and no one can overcome a bad game script. Example, right? Brady in the Super Bowl is one of the few examples. Atlanta Super Bowl, horrendous game script.
Yeah.
I mean that one you give him that credit for that comeback. And of course they got
Well,
plays.
okay.
They had plays along the way, Hightower, all that stuff. But what I'm saying is like there's no team out here that's going to and there's no player out here that's overcoming game script.
But I think
Even
what you're
Josh,
heading on.
I'm saying even Josh, Mahomes, even the best of them right now.
I think what
they're
you're
not,
hitting
they're
on
not
though.
doing it.
I think what you're hitting on though is like what sets football apart is how much of a team game it is especially compared to the other major sports because
It's a film.
well, yeah, because you have so many specialized players, right? Like
Yeah.
there are players that do things on the field that the other best players on the team can't do. Like no matter how good Tom Brady is, quarterback is basically the only position he could play in the NFL.
Yeah. And I
So
mean, it's chess. Like, it's important. Like, if the quarterback is the queen, like, they can make up a lot of stuff. But
Right.
even, look, what I'm saying, I guess, is today, even more than in the past, like, they can't, or they're not, at least. Like, I would say even last year, we saw Josh doing that, Mahomes doing that, Lamar
But who won the
doing
Super
that.
Bowl? It was the best. It was the team that had the best, like,
Yeah.
53-man roster. It wasn't
Yeah.
the best.
It
like,
wasn't.
player.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's what makes football special and like sets it apart. Like LeBron James, you know,
Yeah,
I'm talking prime
basketball.
LeBron, not 42-year-old sciatica LeBron, but he could play all five positions at an all-star level.
Yeah. I mean, he was
And-
going to make the Eastern Conference Finals no matter what.
He
Really.
was going to make the finals no matter what.
Yeah.
Like it was like what 8 straight
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
of making the finals. Like
Yeah.
you don't that kind of player doesn't exist and can't exist in the NFL. No matter not even Tom Brady.
We
Like,
try
it
to
is-
make it. We try to make that with the narrative because it's an easier,
Yeah. No, I get what
lazier
you're saying. Yeah.
narrative.
And
you
I think
know?
part of that is that it is true you need like a full team to like compete for a Super Bowl, compete for a championship in the NFL. But you also need the guy like a quarterback. Like there's no position where like that is more important where you need like a top tier player at that position.
Yeah.
And I
But-
think that's why a lot of it falls to like the really good quarterbacks. Like you don't hear like nobody's looking at the Colts right now and questioning whether they can contend, you know, because Jonathan Taylor's not good enough. It's whether
Yeah.
or not Daniel Jones is good enough. It always like falls on the quarterback.
You know what's
Good or
interesting too is because if you like, I just watched the highlights of that game. Like when you see that, like Jones does make some really good throws in the fourth quarter down the stretch, right? But then they have the sort of drop, not fumble, but they called it a fumble, but then it was a drop. That play, and then earlier in the game they also miss a field goal, right, or extra point.
Oh, well, okay. That was weird because the Texans missed an extra point that was called good. Even though if you go back and watch the replay, it's like pretty clearly wide left, at least to me, unless there's another angle that shows differently. And like that's just a play where, oh, well, it looked like it went through and we're just going to leave it. Like we have all these cameras watching the game, but we can't get a scoring play correct.
Okay, I missed that. I thought the
it was
Colts
weird.
hit the bar on one.
They may have. I mean,
Okay.
that may have also happened.
But, like,
they
see, like,
there were a
something
bunch
like-
of weird referee moments this weekend.
Oh, my goodness.
Especially in that game.
But like, see, like something like that changes the whole script of the end of that game because instead of it was 16-20,
Right.
they kick a field goal.
They could kick a field goal. Yep.
You know what I mean? And then we're like, oh, look
they
at
were down
Jones with the
4
comeback.
They were down 4 instead of being down 3. And Daniel
Yeah.
Jones played pretty well,
I
and especially
I
if he's
thought he
playing on a
did.
broken leg. If he, I mean, he's playing.
Yeah,
He's playing
yeah.
with a fracture in his tibia. So yeah, I don't think I thought Houston was going to win that game because I thought they were the better team. I think they just they just have the better defense and still I thought Daniel Jones was pretty good.
Yeah.
Gave them a chance to be in it at the end. I just feel like I just feel like Houston's a better team.
There were two. Did you just say that there were a lot of kicking things this weekend?
They were
Or
kicking things. I
were
said
kicking
ref
referee
things.
thing. Do you want to talk
Yeah.
through some of the referee things?
Well, there was just a whole sequence in the Commanders.
Yes, that's what
Broncos
I,
game.
That's
That was
what I
just
want to talk
bizarre.
about. It was like I felt like I was watching. Remember the Titans when they wouldn't when they wouldn't give them a single play. I was like, what is
Right.
this? I
It was
like,
weird. Like
everybody against the Hawaiian kid at quarterback. I'm like, what are we doing?
yeah,
How
and then
can-
it was.
This poor guy, Mariota, like I haven't watched a full game of his now. It's been a few years. It was probably like a Monday night game a few years ago when he played for the Raiders that I watched. And then before that, maybe like one Titans game. And then before that, just Oregon. So it was like really nice to watch him play. And I felt like he was in control of the game and they kept on screwing him with calls after calls.
Pronounce his name again?
Mariota?
Oh, you
What do
said
say?
Mariota. So
Mariota?
this was like a big talking point after the game because Collinsworth in particular was like really hitting the ta. He was like Mariota. Like he was like
Oh my
really
God.
hitting, which apparently is how
Is that how it's pronounced?
Mariota pronounces it.
Oh, nice.
But like he doesn't quite hit the T that hard. So he's probably pronouncing it
Mariota?
correctly, but like it just sounded funny because it's not how it's like Mariota. It was just like he just
Oh
like
my
kept
goodness.
he kept doing it. It was funny. Anyway,
I
sorry,
enjoy watching
you.
him play. Can I say that?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah, he's
horrible?
fun.
I really like. I
No,
felt like he
no.
was so good. He was so good,
Yeah.
man. Like he was
He's-
so good.
He has like one back-breaking, brain-dead moment a quarter. It feels like, but
Less than JJ McCarthy.
Well, yeah, I
all
mean-
these guys, Stroud, Bonehead plays, Caleb Williams. Every game he's going to
Yeah.
give you a couple of those.
actually, Caleb. It's kind of similar the way Caleb and Mariota play, where
But-
they never like let a play die. They're always just trying to like make something happen.
He was
And
so
sometimes you
good
just
at.
kind of have to.
He was so good at quickly making decisions this weekend. Like I just felt like,
yeah. Well, and Cliff Kingsbury called a great game, and like,
yeah.
and Denver's defense is supposedly one of the best units in the league. So
Well, they also let him run like read option and like just
Yeah.
let him do what he's very good at. I feel so bad that
And-
last play is like
right,
they had it.
the
They
2-point
had it.
conversion. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nick Bonito made a great play on that one.
He
and-
made a
and
great play.
It just yeah.
A little
Um,
pump fake there. I mean, but it's just like it's so tough because he knows the guy's
incredible.
open.
It's incredible they were even in that position because like
Yeah.
they got it down there and then there was a penalty
I felt like I was watching
and then they had to do it
Oregon.
again. It was just like it was a bizarre
He
game.
made
and
play
when they were
after play,
when they were
throw
calling
after throw.
there was a weird play where like he got tripped
Yeah, they called that back. He didn't.
and they
fall.
called that back and didn't give the penalty. because like they're able to call it back and say he was down, but they're not able to like add on the penalty. I don't know. It was a weird.
That's when it felt like, remember the Titans. I was like, what are we doing? This is like, it was so
that's
bad.
That's when Trevor Lawrence is playing.
Also, the referee, who was the head referee, had like this neck thing, and I was like, "This guy's a prick." We know. Like, I was watching.
He had a neck thing. What are you?
Yeah, he looked like he was. That was half hood. That was half of his hood. That dude was wearing a half hood.
Well, the part of the problem is like. This is a sport where in order to understand all of the rules, you basically have to be an attorney. And that's why like a lot of the refs
They're
are attorneys. And then we're like, okay, we have this complicated game. We have this complicated rule book. It's like a very physical job where, you know, you have to basically run around on a field with the most athletic humans on earth for 3.5 hours. Let's make those part-time employees.
Yeah, that's the issue. That was the big issue.
What could go wrong? Like the NFL like could make it better simply by making it like a full-time thing. That would, I think, would improve it marginally. But I also think, and this is a little conspiracy theory thinking of me, I think they like that there's some controversy because it's something to talk about on the days there's no football. And that can only benefit the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But so I also think that like part of the issue was like I was watching the game with Ken. We were just fully judging anybody who showed up on the television screen. So this is
your brother-in-law,
my brother-in-law,
with the piece of the Berlin Wall.
Yeah, to Jim Kelly.
Okay.
So they showed Sean Payton, and we're like, Ken was like, that guy looks like an a-hole. I was like, you're right. He is very notably an a-hole. So it's just like this referee, like every single call was like for the Broncos. And I was like, all right, this, he got lumped in with Sean Payton.
And Sean Payton also, every time a penalty was called, he would have like a constitutional convention with the ref to discuss all the options. And that was
part of it because it felt like they were conspiring. I was like, what the hell is this? It's like every single play, there's like a meeting. This guy's like next to this guy. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it was a bizarre
horrible
game. And then the Commanders almost won. So I think
would have been
coming
perfect.
Back. Commanders not eliminated from the playoffs yet, despite being, what are they, 3-9?
Ken was like, I think Mariota is like my second favorite quarterback in the league. It was so nice to watch him play.
Behind Dak Prescott, of course.
Yeah.
All right. So let's, we did a first quarter power ranking report card thing. We did a mid-season. I guess this is kind of the last, third quarter.
Yeah.
Into the third quarter. We're heading into the final bit of the season. Stretch run.
Can we do it from our previous one? Like, can we just take our previous one and move so that we can see how teams have sort of?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. No, let me grab that. Mid-season power rankings. I found it.
Okay, sweet.
I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna bring it down here,
sorry.
and we can. It's fine. It's fine. This is great. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. There we go.
Okay, here we go.
I talk like this to you, and then I wonder why you don't believe me when I say I like pie. All right. So that's what we had.
How could you hate that holiday? It was so good.
Okay.
I was just eating food and watching the Chiefs lose. Are you kidding me? I've never rooted for the Cowboys so much in my life.
No one has. And that was kind of the beauty.
Oh, my God.
This is probably the first time in my lifetime that there was a Thanksgiving Cowboys game where the country was rooting for the Cowboys.
They were the protagonist.
Yeah.
Like, finally.
It was great. George Pickens,
was amazing. What a
leapt
play.
over a person.
Oh
it
my
amazing.
Goodness.
It was very fun.
That's a second team all-pro cornerback that they abused.
Yeah.
Yep. Come on.
That's because they're
very good. And here's the other thing. We watch all these games, and Ken and I were just like envious of all these wide receivers. Even my sister walked in the room and she's like, he caught that? We're so used to watching the Bills. It's just like they can catch. Look at this. The wide receivers.
Well, I heard
very
from
good
the
at
Bills
catching.
GM I heard from the Bills GM they don't need
They don't need
wide
them.
receivers because they already have a good offense.
We run
so.
the ball. 1935.
Hey, they had the
Football.
most rushing yards in Pittsburgh since 1975.
Honestly, you know who was before that? You know who had the record, I think, before?
Who?
I may be wrong, but I'm just gonna say it. Juice, OJ.
That's funny.
The Bills are like they were like rooting for Cook to like get all of OJ's records
That's
this point.
Yeah.
And he's gonna do it. Cook is gonna do it. Cookie's gonna do it. They finally gave him the ball. I was so happy. 32 times. I was like, he should get 25 plus carries every game.
Joe Brady must listen to the podcast. So, hey, Joe.
Joe Brady had a baby, apparently. So congrats to him. Now, hopefully he keeps on doing it.
Is he going to do the stupid thing all the Bills fans are doing when they have kids now where they like,
oh my God, they should do that through the table.
As a Bills fan. God,
Hilarious.
Bring on the Bills rapture.
I sent that to you. You're like child abuse.
I did say that. Yeah. I feel like it is child abuse to like to baptize a kid into being a Bills
I've never seen a baptism, and I've never been to church like that. They're all dressed up like the Pope.
Well, yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's their uniform.
Also, it's not like very far away from a KKK uniform. They're like sort of adjacent.
Yeah. It's like this is like you being surprised that like it's like all the fans are dressed up like the players at this game. They're all wearing the
Why
same
are they wearing
costume.
these jerseys.
Yeah. All right, so this is what we had a couple weeks ago, and yeah, things have changed.
What was the date that we did this?
I don't.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Wow.
It was like.
Okay.
It was like 5-6 weeks ago. Let's see when this episode came out. The episode was called NFL Midseason Power Rankings, and I want to go to sleep. It came out on October 29th, just a little over a month ago.
How things have changed. Look at this.
How things have changed.
Okay, how do we start on this?
I don't know. I have the Lululemon bag.
Oh yeah, great. I love that.
Lululemon. This is the part where I would insert a ad read for you about your luxurious pants.
Yep.
And other articles of clothing.
Yep. And I could be wearing a shirt or something.
Yes.
And I could be like, oh, this is so comfortable.
It's so comfortable, just like this bag that holds all the helmets.
Yep.
Lululemon, the official
sponsor,
garment provider of Derek Like Sports. Okay.
Nice.
That one's for free. That's a comp one.
Yeah.
All right. I pulled the Packers. Let's not spend too much time on these.
Okay.
Because we've already been going for a while here.
I would drop them down one rung. Maybe two.
Where even are they? Okay, they were in Super Bowl contenders.
I thought they were the. Yeah, there they are. Yeah, next to the chart, next to the.
They were in. Yeah. Okay, so I have changed the tiers here. We got Super Bowl favorites, Super Bowl contenders. Those are the same. Ascending playoff teams, so playoff teams that are like on the rise, kind of.
Then they're descending playoff team.
And then declining playoff teams.
Okay.
And then I have out but hopeful with a little Cam Scattaboo doing a backflip, and then dead inside with this great picture.
Okay, can I just say though, I did feel bad for him for the first time in a long time because he's sort of done everything right this year. I mean, he hasn't played well, but like we were watching the game and like my sister came and Ken also said, "There's like, why is he playing? Like he has enough money." I was like, he's a football player. Like he's a football player still, and I appreciated him coming back in the game. I guess
he's only played in one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You think about that. I mean, he's been
5
playing like 22
right?
years
4
or whatever.
MVPs? Yeah.
I think 3.
I think he has only 3. I think he has more. I think he has 4.
It's either 3 or 4. It's definitely not 5.
Yeah, it's not 5.
I can live
I
check
think he has
this.
4.
He is a 4-time NFL MVP. 2011, 2014, 2020, and 2021.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Back to back, too. Yeah, that's good.
Back to back.
So
like
I just felt
38 years old or whatever.
The things that we criticize him for is like all the off the field stuff, and he's sort of been good at that, and he's been like a good teammate. And they ask him questions to see if he'll throw Tomlin under the bus and stuff, and he's not doing it.
It is
And
funny how
probably
he
because
went.
he has a lot of respect for Tomlin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny how he went into the Jets and got everyone fired, and now he might be doing that. Not saying it's his fault, but like that might be exactly what's happening in Pittsburgh. Everybody might get fired now.
I feel like he's been a good.
I'm stealing this. Someone referred to him as like a brush fire that like strengthens the redwood trees. He's like a brush fire that like comes through an organization and then leaves them, gets
Gutted,
them to
but better
gets
for
them to
it.
clear out and kind of reset.
Yeah.
All right. What were we talking about? I'm so.
Well, you gave me the categories, and now
I gave you the categories.
Select.
So you think the Packers are down
declining
to
playoff team?
decline?
Yeah.
Why do you say declining? They just had a pretty good win against the Lions.
They did, but I think if I just think of where they were when we did this, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that division is tough. The Lions have dropped down. The Bears have really come up. I mean, they had a nice win against the Lions, I guess. Where are they at? Yeah.
Here's the playoff picture. They're the 6th seed right now.
Oh, they're only 8th.
I think they're just
3-1.
disappointing. I think people expect them to come out and like blow teams out and be like kind of a juggernaut.
I think the expectations were too high, probably.
I would put them on the ascending side. I think think
Okay.
in a wide open NFC, they do a lot of things well that could help them out in the playoffs. I don't think I wouldn't put them as high as a contender, but I would argue to put them here.
Okay.
They're still
I'm cool
really
with that.
young too, and I think part of this is like kind of projecting out to the future, and I don't.
Well,
imagine
it's only
they'll be
this
in a
year. We're
worse-
going to do this again next year.
No, I know, but
It's not a 2027.
but it's also
power
like
tiers.
like what I was thinking was like comparing them to say the Lions. Like I feel like the Packers are kind of ascending into a Super Bowl window, and it feels like the Lions might be kind of fading out of one.
and this might be my personal bias because I really do like the Lions. Like I still think they can do it, but they just have a tough little road here. Like they got Cowboys on Thursday
They have a tough
night.
road, and the problem is they're running out of games, and the 7th seed in the NFC right now is 9-4.
Yeah.
So it's like if the Cowboys and Lions play this weekend, the winner of that will kind of be in it, and the loser's kind of out of it.
Can I?
And it's not
pull
really
this
fair.
Up for you for a second. So they're gonna play. The Lions are playing the Cowboys this week. Then they play the Rams at the Rams. Then they get the Steelers, Vikings, and then the Bears. That final game against the Bears is going to be pretty. Well, all of them
It may not
important,
mean
but that's going to be
anything.
pretty important.
I mean, you look like if you
might be for 1 seed for the Bears, and it might be for playoffs for the Lions.
right, but if the Lions lose this week, this is according to the
6
Athletic.
games.
If they lose if they win this week, that increases their playoff odds to 45% according to the Athletic. If they lose, it drops them down to 12. I mean, this is kind of a win. It's a must-win game for both the Cowboys and the Lions coming up.
Yeah.
Which I
This is
have
going
to
to be
think
such a nice game.
if there is a Packers fan listening to this, I'm sure they're really enjoying
Rooting
us
for
spending this time about them
On the
talking about the
Lions.
Cowboys and the Lions. Their two favorite teams. But yeah, I do think the Packers I've been hard on the Packers. I think they're as well positioned as anyone going into the playoffs because it's kind of wide open. Let's do another one. Let's move through these a little bit. Next team up, the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, you know what? Honestly,
Where were they?
they sort of still have a shot.
Yeah,
You
they
know
have
that?
they have an extremely narrow path to make the
Yeah.
playoffs. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen.
No, but
It's-
I will say this team could have. Where were they last time? We had them.
Missing playoffs, but not in the number 1 pick contention. They were in a pretty dark place this time a couple weeks ago, and
Where's their logo?
I moved it to the middle.
Oh, okay.
It was over here.
Oh, okay. Okay, got you.
They've played pretty hard.
I will say for a team that had no hope, like they've continued to fight. which is
Effort
like
score
honestly
through the roof. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. They beat the Bills, I think, since we did this.
They did. That's
Um,
horrible.
they-
Unacceptable. That was
I
trash.
think I'm going to say
But-
out, but hopeful.
Yeah, something. They got
Well,
something.
okay, here's the problem.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be a theme for these teams toward the bottom. I think in order to be hopeful, you have to feel kind of secure in the quarterback position. And I don't think the Dolphins are there.
They're not there, but if they are, it seems like they're going to keep their coach.
It seems like they're going to keep they fired their GM.
Fire the GM, keep the coach. But I guess they're not really dead on the inside either. Because like I would expect this team to quit. I've been waiting for them to quit since like week 5.
Yeah, we found
Right?
out. It took us 2 teams to find a hole in my tiers.
Put them on the line.
I'm gonna. I
Put 'em-
yeah. Okay,
put
I'll
'em
put 'em
halfway on the
around
line.
Let's get really
Nuanced.
yeah. Yes. There's a better word. What is it? Granular. Let's get really
Yeah.
granular. The Washington Commanders.
Oh,
who
my
we just
goodness.
talked about.
Fantastic.
We just
I mean,
talked about
as long
Marcus
as Mariota's in there.
Mariota. So you made me put them on the fringe wild. I remember this very well,
Mhm.
actually. You
Yeah.
had me put them here, and then they like immediately got blown out by Seattle and Detroit, and Jaden Daniels like
Good teams.
dislocated his elbow.
Horrible decision.
So I made them smaller, like as an
Okay.
act of protest.
I remember that now.
They're kind of a weird team. I mean, they have the quarterback though,
Marcus Mariota?
Marcus Mariota. So I think you disagree with that.
No.
They're in an okay place. I think there's nothing. They're older. They're the oldest team in the league, so they're going to have to make some personnel shifts.
I can't remember the last time I enjoyed a Washington game more than Sunday night.
Oh yeah, that was
I
a
feel
good
bad.
game.
I was rooting for
The
them. I
second
feel
half
so
was
bad.
good. The first half was meh.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
The team they played is up next.
Disgusting. When you
Denver.
were talking about teams need a quarterback to be good, I was sort of in my head. I was like, I don't know, because Bo Nix is not good. He is not good.
Okay.
I do not think he's good. I can
He's
throw
at
a
least-
ball into the ground as good as he can.
That play.
Okay.
Did you see the touchdown he had in the first half of that game, where he was like falling to the ground and threw a strike?
Yeah,
to
that was
Cortland
good.
Sutton?
That was a good play.
That was good.
That was a great
And
play.
I think he shows enough flashes like that where he can be good enough for Sean Payton.
I don't think he was the best quarterback on the field on Sunday night.
Maybe not, but he won the game, right?
Yeah, because that defense
Against not a great team. It was a good defense.
Yeah.
They're 10-2. They've won what, 8 straight, 7
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah, I would like them to lose a couple.
I bet you would.
Yeah.
What do you think? Are they? It's really between 2 for them. Super Bowl favorites, Super Bowl contenders.
Oh, that's the 2? I was just going to put them in playoff team.
I guess they could be an
They're
ascending playoff team.
Are they going to win a playoff game? I guess it depends who they play.
That's
but
kind
I
of like
just don't.
that's kind of the case with all 4 of these division leaders. You know, it's like, so if we ended today, what would we have? We would have the Bills traveling to Denver. We'd have the Colts going to Jacksonville, and we'd have the Chargers going to the Ravens.
I
Are
think
any
the
of the home
Ravens-
teams winning in that game?
The Ravens. I would pick the Ravens.
Maybe.
over the Chargers,
That'd be fun
'cause I
to
don't
have a
trust the
Harbaugh.
Chargers.
You trust
Oh,
the
yeah.
Ravens? The
More
Ravens
than
that just
the
lost by like
Chargers.
3
I would
scores.
I would just go by history. I know they don't look good. Yeah, they don't
They
look
just
good.
lost by
But
3
I don't
scores at
trust the
home.
Chargers. The Chargers stink.
Chargers look pretty good this past week.
Lad.
Justin Herbert just had to have like he broke a bone in his hand and had to have surgery on it like yesterday.
Throwing hand?
No.
Left? Okay.
He's expected to play, but that's something to monitor. They might
None
get
of the
O'Marion
teams in the
Hampton
AFC are
back.
good. No, none of the teams. Houston is the best team in the AFC.
Houston is playing the best in the AFC. Well, I
And
mean,
they don't have a quarterback.
England too,
He
but
stinks
we gotta-
too.
we got to see New England play a team, I think. But
Okay, my take for the I thought the Giants were going to win that game, but I feel like I should not get discredited for my take because I really thought the Giants were going to play Jameis, and they did
Oh.
not. So it's like, what the hell? That was not the team that I was expecting out there.
Yeah, and it kind of goes to your game script thing. They just got behind early and just couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
And
ridiculous.
Okay.
The Patriots aren't that good. They're not that much better than the Giants. Nonsense.
all right. So do you think they're a Super Bowl contender? We had them in playoff team last time. You don't think they've graduated to Super Bowl contender?
No.
Okay.
I also don't care for the coach's smug face on the sidelines.
Okay. Yeah.
I put him there.
Sure. GD. Okay. Yeah. I think that's fair. So they haven't really moved up or down.
I do think they're in the same. Maybe the second best defense in the league, and I think their corner is fantastic. Like Surtain, I think is fantastic. Like Benito's very good. The D line is very good. That's all good. They would be a tough team for Buffalo to play in Denver. They'd be a tough team for anybody to go to Denver. So
yeah, and they're gonna have a home playoff game because I don't think anybody's gonna catch them in that division.
No, yeah.
So far we have Denver stays in the same tier. We had the Packers going down 1.
Yeah,
and we had the Commanders going down 1, and we had the Dolphins
on the line.
I don't know, on the line. All right, Cardinals. Have they won a game? They beat the Cowboys, I think. I think they won one game, and it was against the Cowboys.
Basement. Put them in the basement.
Yeah.
Where do you want? Where do you?
You
think they have hope? They're dead on the inside.
No, they don't. Because they're paying Kyler Murray a ton of money, and he's not even playing for them right now.
What if Kyler ended up in Minnesota?
What? This is like the best like thought experiment with any quarterback that you think might be okay.
Yeah,
or might have like raw talent.
Yeah,
it's like
just
what would they do in Minnesota?
Yeah,
and it's like if JJ McCarthy were on the Saints, I think we would be saying, what if JJ McCarthy were in Minnesota?
No, I'd be like, why is JJ McCarthy in the league? That's what I would be saying if he was on the Saints. I'd be like, put in Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, I want to talk about that when we get to the Saints. But Cardinals, they're dead inside.
Yeah,
there's nothing really good happening there.
In September, I feel like they're always a tough out.
Yeah, they started 2-0, I think. But oh well. The Ravens.
They're playing like trash.
A division leader. Yeah. Right? They're tied with the Steelers. I think
huge
they play
game.
each other
They play the Steelers this weekend, yeah. Gigantic game.
Yeah, battle of, two teams.
Is it in Baltimore?
It's either in Baltimore or Pittsburgh would be my guess. I would say it's in one of those two cities. It's in Baltimore.
Nice. Okay. So they're not playing well. Like, I don't think they are not ascending. So descending playoff team, I guess.
Lamar is playing horribly. He hasn't scored a touchdown in 3 weeks.
The problem is they have such a history that it's really tough to erase that out of my brain. And so
that kind of speaks to the league in general right now. Because like the teams at the top have a recent history of being not good, except for the Ravens, and then you have like the Ravens, the Bills, the Chiefs. They have this history of being good, and it's like, but wait, what is
consistently good for the last 5 years? Like leading, to where we thought. Like I'm sure at some point we thought like, well, these are the best 3 teams in the league, not just the conference. Because they got the best quarterback. So you're like,
mid-season, we had the Chiefs as the best team in the league.
Yeah, and they stunk. Were they 500 probably? Like a game over 500?
I think they were under.
Probably.
They were about or under 500.
Yeah. I will say I started talking about them missing the playoffs very early on. Yeah, they were like 2 and 3. I was like, they're not making the playoffs.
It's just, I mean, they've had a tough. That's the curse of being a division champ.
And here's the thing: if they win this weekend against Houston, people are going to be back on being like, I think they can make a run, and they probably deserve. They deserve that credit and that benefit of the doubt. But it's really they have zero room for error. Like they haven't been able to win multiple games in a row. Now we're thinking they're going to win 5, and honestly it's possible because all their tough games are at home. They don't have a tough road game, and they're not. This is what I'm sort of saying. Like part of their game script, and part of the game script, even for the Bills, is like they got to play at home. They're not good on the road. They're not the same team on the road.
Yeah. The other thing they have going for them is the Colts have just a gauntlet to go through the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
They're 5 weeks.
Yeah, and with a broken femur?
Yeah, and a broken bone in his tibia, not the femur.
Okay.
One of the bones that's not the femur. So and they have the tiebreaker with them. They do not currently have the tiebreaker with either of the other two wildcard teams. That's the advantage that they have.
It is.
Where they could even lose one and still make it.
They can't lose one.
They can't lose to the Texans.
They can't lose one.
They can.
How?
I mean,
they're playing the Texans, then they're playing the... No, they're done.
Titans,
if they lose
Broncos,
one, they're done.
Raiders. If they lose one, they're still in it, but they need help. If they win them all, they probably they don't need as much help.
People don't know this.
I'm not saying it's going to happen.
That the Colts are going to go defeated the rest of the way?
I do. Yeah, I don't think the Colts are winning. I think the Colts are finishing 8. I think they're finishing either 8-9 or 9-8.
That's crazy.
Oh, do you need me to read off their schedule? At Jacksonville, at Seattle, home against San Francisco, home against Jacksonville, at Houston.
They can win 2 of those games. They can win one of those games.
Which 2 are they winning?
Home against Jacksonville. That's
all right. Where's the other one?
They can win home against San Francisco. Home against San Francisco. Home against Jacksonville.
I don't think they will.
And
Sauce Gardner might be out. He had a weird non-contact calf injury.
Yeah. But here's the other thing. I don't think the Chiefs can beat Houston. Do you think they can?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
But I don't. I mean, they're at home, but he's going to get pummeled.
And they always play them tough. Like Houston, even when the Chiefs are kind of on their game, plays
Stroud needs to basically not lose the game. I don't think they can block that defense. I've only watched Houston a couple times, and I'm paying serious attention to them since what they did against Buffalo. Listen, they beat up the Bills so bad. The Bills played the Steelers without both tackles. Like, they were still injured from that game.
Yeah.
The Dawkins had a concussion. Spencer Brown's shoulder was messed up. Like, they beat them up so badly they couldn't recover on 10 days to play against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So
on the flip side, can I read you Jacksonville's remaining schedule?
Yeah.
Home against the Colts, home against the Jets, to Denver, to Indianapolis, home against the Titans.
The Jets and Titans is easy.
I would be shocked if they don't at least split with the Colts, even though I have no faith in this team.
Okay.
I feel like Houston has a decent chance of winning that division, which would, that would bring Jacksonville into the wild card. I just don't see it for the Colts. I don't think the Colts are in the playoffs. I really don't. And that's
be
sad
shocking
because they were happy.
Shocking.
They were a good story. At this point, it's not super shocking.
I think they're going to make the playoffs.
According to The Athletic right now,
you think
68% chance. If they lose to Jacksonville, it's down to a 50-50 coin flip.
Okay, but I don't think it's going to be the Chiefs. I think it's going to be Houston in.
Yeah.
If anybody's in, I think it's Houston. You swap Houston and the Colts.
I agree. I'm just saying the path for the Chiefs
would
involve the Colts.
They have to be Houston. They beat Houston.
They have to be
But
Houston.
then they play San Diego.
Who?
They played the Chargers.
Oh, the Chargers, right? The Los Angeles Chargers.
Do that.
Yes.
San Diego, man.
San Diego. Yeah, I don't think there's a team there. All right, that was what we had to say about the Ravens. So we're really on it today. We're really, really on it today. Ravens declining playoff team. Okay, what we gotta
decline. Sorry, yeah,
we gotta move. Seahawks, really good.
Seahawks.
What do you
Super
think?
Bowl contender.
I would also put them there. I think we've talked a lot about the Seahawks. People know how we feel about the Seahawks.
Yep, we like
Sam
Darnold.
Will be but
we like Jackson
the Seahawks.
Smith and
the
Jigba.
Texans. We just talked about the Texans.
We
a
like
lot.
the Texans a lot. I want to. Is it crazy if I put them in Super Bowl contender?
It's
ascending
a little
playoff
crazy.
team.
I would say ascending playoff team. That's where I would say.
They don't have a quarterback. The quarterback stinks. I don't know if they're better with which one. So
I know.
Who knows? Who knows?
But
I will say he made some good plays. Nico Collins made some good plays, but he also interception, just bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that defensive line, oh my goodness. Anderson, like,
yeah, the
very
Daniel
good.
Hunter, Will Anderson.
Yeah.
Very good. Speaking of good defenses, the Cleveland
Who's
Browns.
that? I could not recognize that. Oh, yeah. This dude's on pace for 28 sacks, isn't he?
The Cleveland Paul Browns.
Wow.
Myles Garrett currently has 19 sacks, and they are going to play the Titans this week, who no team has given up more sacks than the Titans. Would you say that there's a little bit of hope for the Browns? I mean, they've played better the last few weeks.
I mean, look, their defensive end is fantastic,
and they don't have to worry about.
They don't have a quarterback.
Contract. Well, no,
they don't have a quarterback.
No, they don't.
And they'll
have an early pick. If we look at the draft order.
Look, they live in Cleveland also.
Well, yeah.
It's hard to be hopeful.
It's hard to be hopeful for the Browns.
This is December, January, February. This is the time you're not hopeful in Cleveland.
That's true. They currently are holding the 5th pick.
The Dolphins have a better coach situation, quarterback situation, and climate situation.
Can't argue with that. All right, dead inside.
I don't know. I don't want to say dead inside because they're sort of playing for that sack record.
But let's be honest. If the Browns were 13-0, I think they're still probably dead inside.
That's true.
So
I don't mind if you want to put them up.
You convinced me. I'm putting them down there.
I think. Look, they have a side narrative which is very interesting. They're
that
like
is
the
interesting.
bid actor,
and also
the
Shadur stuff.
I mean?
Like, it's kind of fun that he's starting. He
Who's
may not be any good.
You know, like in the Adam Sandler movies, he just has these dudes. We went back up with it. He just has like these random dudes that are his friends that there's no reason for them to be in this film, but they just have a little side bit.
They want to go on vacation.
They like
turn some cameras on for a little bit.
You see them in the film like 3 times. And you're like, oh, they got like a little side narrative, and that's the Cleveland Browns. Like, are they playing football? I don't know. Are they in the league? Okay, sure. Is the whole thing about Myles Garrett getting the sack record? Yeah, that's a nice story. I like it.
Oh, fun thing about Myles Garrett, his odds to win Defensive Player of the Year right now
is like
are
zero.
It's like minus 1,200. So if you bet,
is that good? I don't know anything about betting.
So I'll break it down for you. Let's say you bet $100 that Myles Garrett is going to be Defensive Player of the Year, and he wins Defensive Player of the Year. How much money do you think you net that you win for that bet? You bet $100.
$1,200.
No.
120,000?
What? Wait,
how
do you think gambling works?
I thought this was like if you bet
if you could bet $100 on something that likely and get $12,000.
If you bet $100, do you get $200? What do you get?
So
I have no idea.
That would be even odds. That would be like if you bet $100 to win $100. That's just like even odds.
Okay.
At minus where the minus and the plus come in, it is confusing. But if you bet $100 on Myles Garrett to win Defensive Player of the Year, and he does, you would win $8.33. Because it's like
what? They definitely think he's going to do it. Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't your team have to be good
to win Defensive Player of the Year? God, no.
Yeah.
No.
You have to win.
It usually follows that your team is good, but it's not MVP. It's Defensive Player of the Year. No one cares.
Who would you give it to if it wasn't him?
Probably Micah Parsons.
Will Anderson?
Probably Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons, really?
Yeah, he's had a really good year and is always the guy making a play. How many sacks does Anderson have? I don't know. Let me Google that for you. Will Anderson sacks. He has 10.5.
Oh, that's not good. No, I can't.
That's pretty good.
Well, compared to
but nobody is close to Myles Garrett right now. All right, Jaguars.
Yeah,
moving on.
Jags are, I mean, I guess ascending playoff team. They've sort of shown that they can win a couple games in a row. I don't trust them. No, I don't have expectations from them.
I think
if they were playing the Ravens head to head, I would pick the Ravens probably in a playoff game.
if they somehow fall out of the playoffs, then that's a disaster given what their schedule is. They would have to lose some very winnable games. So yeah, I think ascending because they have a young coach in his first year and ostensibly will only get better from there. The Bears. Okay, the Bears are an interesting.
Definitely ascending, possibly Super Bowl.
You think
I don't like saying that.
Super Bowl contender?
I don't think so. I think they're an ascending playoff team. I can't
agree.
believe those words almost came out of my mouth.
I agree.
I caught it. I was like, no.
They are the one, which is crazy that they are currently the number one seed in the NFC.
Do they deserve to be Super Bowl contenders? Like in that second tier, they probably do deserve to be there. But when you watch them play, do they make 3 or 4 dumb plays every game with the quarterback? Yes, they do. Yeah.
Sorry, Wishbone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think ascending playoff team is right. I also wanted to point this out. The Wiener Circle, which is like it's like a street food, like hot dog stand thing. Actually, I don't know. I don't know why I'm speaking as if I know what this is. I know it's a restaurant that sells hot dogs in Chicago. They tweeted out if Ben Johnson takes off his shirt during or after Chicago Bears victory this year, it's once again free hot dogs for the city, and they won.
It's incredible.
Ben Johnson took off his shirt.
They'd asked him earlier in the year. They asked him about this, and he was like, "Why would anybody want to see this?
Yeah, why would anybody want to? yeah, Why would anybody want to reward that? Or
good,
okay.
better, best. I will say I don't like their saying, and I just don't think it's as catchy or cool as he wants it to be, but I think he's a hell of a coach.
I think
he's a heck of a coach.
The Bears are funny because I feel like they kind of ride the wave of whatever emotion they're on. Like last year, they were 4-2, lost that game on a Hail Mary, and then lost 9 more games in a row. And this year, they like had a similar moment earlier in the year and ended up like getting a big comeback victory, and it's kind of propelled them to this like 7-game winning streak.
What's interesting is also like he had front row seats to what Dan Campbell did with the Lions, like changing the culture, coming in, looking sort of like an idiot, but it didn't matter. But that's such Dan Campbell's personality. But like he sort of, I think, in a similar way, changing the culture in Chicago.
Yeah, and he started around faster. I mean, Dan Campbell's first year, they started like going at 9.
Well, he has the quarter. He has more talent probably. And
Probably.
a little bit better of a team. And a little better culture.
Sure.
Yeah, but anyways, the same thing. Like, it's just interesting. Like, I think that experience has served him well.
Yeah.
He's a good coach. I think he's a good coach.
And he stayed
I think
a coordinator
a
couple extra years.
He could have
rather
gotten,
than jumping ship to the first.
He probably could have taken the Texans job, right? Like, that was a thing at one point.
He almost had like the pick of any of the jobs he wanted. He was like,
there was the report that Brady wanted him with the Raiders and just assumed that like he would take that job because Brady was offering to him, and then he
would
signed
assume
with
that.
Yeah.
Your Bills.
Anyways, he's good. Bills, they need the right game script. Like they don't descending playoff. Put them next to the Ravens.
Really?
Yeah, that's where those
riding
guys
low off
are.
your big win. Yeah, no,
it's not a big win.
Both these teams are worse than they were last year, so maybe that's the metric we're going by.
Do I think that the Bills' apex, like, can they still figure it out? Yeah. Do I have faith in McDermott? Actually, I think he's done a very good job. Like, they're piecing the defense together. Like, they're not the team that they were, and I don't think currently they're the team that they're going to be in a few weeks either. So, like, I do have faith in McDermott. Do I need to see more from Brady, like the adjustment thing we talked about last week? Yeah. But do I think he did a good job this week? Yeah. Did they run like 4 plays the whole game? Also true.
I can't prove this, but I do want to toss it out.
After the game was like, I've never seen a team run so few plays.
Yeah. I'm gonna toss this out as a conspiracy theory. There's no way for me to prove it. Yeah. I think the Bills logo on the helmet gets a little bit bigger each week. It just looks like it's taking up like the entire side of the helmet now, which I think looks rad. Keep doing it, but I swear it gets a little bit bigger each week.
You also think Josh is breaking the same stat every week? It's like every week is he breaking?
Oh yeah, every week. They're like, well, there's the record. His 58th straight game with a rushing and passing touchdown. I'm like, he broke that record last week. We just talked about this, and they're like, oh, he just broke the record for rushing touchdowns in December. It's like, okay. At least that's a new one. but like
it's been
we're
like
getting more
Cam
specific.
Newton's record every single time.
Every single week, it's like, he's the most rushing touchdowns of any quarterback ever.
But no,
And I'm like,
the 1 week he had
Jim,
3 and 3. What was that? He had
of course. He had 3
who's-
touchdowns, 3
Yeah, who was
three
that?
rushing,
That
3
was
passing, the autogram thing.
Autogram thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just every single week, and I'm like, Jim, you're losing credibility with me here because every week you're telling me about this record being broken.
It is
All right,
true.
the Colts.
Can I say one more thing? Why was they were getting into it with Cam Hayward in the Bills game?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh my goodness! Holy smokes, that lit the team up. Okay. Anyways, the Colts.
Colts were a Super Bowl favorite last time we talked about this.
Yeah, I guess they're a descending playoff team.
Yeah, because they're still in the spot. They still they're in control of their own destiny at least.
Yeah, I think that.
But they've now fallen out of the lead in the division.
Yeah, honestly, I could sort of see it going both ways. I think right now I'm giving them more credit than maybe you are. I think you think they're going to go defeated. I think they win a couple more games.
I don't even think that's necessarily because I don't think they're. I think they're like worse or anything. I think I was giving them credit that they could beat good teams, or playoff caliber teams, and they haven't really
You
shown
don't
that.
think so?
The last couple of weeks they lost. I mean, but their losses aren't that bad. I mean, they lost to the Chiefs, and they lost to the Texans. The problem is their schedule is just it's every team that they're playing the rest of the way is like in the playoffs, and that's gonna be tough. That's especially with that injured quarterback.
I like when I watched that game, I know they lost to Houston. Like I guess I'm sort of like you. I don't think they played poorly.
No,
like,
they didn't.
missed a couple things, but like 1 or 2 plays here and there, they would have won both those games.
Yeah, totally.
And if I was to give them like a piece of advice going forward, like go for it. Like when they're coming down to these critical plays at the end of the game, like I think sometimes they're not going for it. Like in the Chiefs game, there was a 4th and 4. They did not go for it. Like just go for it here. Like
you mean literally like go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, go for it on
okay.
4th down. Like what are you doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Your head coach is an offensive dude. Like do it.
Tennessee Titans.
I guess dead on the inside. Are they a little hopeful? What do you think? You like the quarterback situation?
Yeah, maybe we can put them here.
I don't know.
I think the problem is I think
they've
the
been
only
losing.
thing
I think drop them, put them next to the Cardinals.
I think the only thing bad about their quarterback situation is it's impossible to tell whether or not Cam Ward's any good because he's getting sacked more than anyone else in the league. They just don't have anything around him. Let's just go with dead inside because that's more fun. All right.
Yeah.
The San Francisco 49ers. They've really benefited from that easier schedule this year. We had them as a playoff team.
Ascending playoff team. Yeah, same spot.
Yeah.
Do you think they can make a lot of noise? I don't necessarily because I don't think either of their quarterbacks have played well enough to make it feel that way. I do think Shanahan's done a good coaching job.
Yeah.
I think Salah's a very good defensive coordinator.
I think that's about right. I mean, they made Bryce Young look like a middle schooler, and then he comes out and beats the Rams.
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought this was going to be the Panthers, which would have been a perfect, just serendipitous segue, but instead it's the Raiders.
Yeah, dead on the inside.
Is
there a category that can be lower than this?
The Raiders, just
the
Raiders.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. The Philadelphia Eagles.
But do we want to say anything else about the Raiders? No.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
The
Philadelphia Eagles. We had them as a Super Bowl contender. They've lost 2 in a row to the Cowboys and the Bears.
Yeah.
Including in that Cowboys game, they blew a 21-point lead.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the vibes are not good.
Vibes are not good. They need a specific game script. They don't look like they're coordinated on offense.
No.
The offense
rough,
is
right?
really, it's mind-blowing because they got 2 receivers that are fantastic and a great running back, and it's like, what are we doing? Like,
and there's a path.
how is this possible? It's sort of difficult.
I said before they lost to the Cowboys, I said that this Eagles team reminded me of the 2023 Eagles team that kind of collapsed toward the end of the year, ended up losing the division, and then got blown out by Tampa in the playoffs. And
but you also thought it was last
to...
year's Chiefs team.
I did. I think they're worse than that.
Yeah, see, it would seem so.
Yeah. There's a path for them to not win the division. And you look at their schedule, it's not the toughest. Chargers, Raiders, Commanders, Bills, Commanders. That Commanders team is starting to play a little better. They'll get Jaden Daniels back. I mean, they might be able to take one of those games.
Okay, at the Chargers, that's a 8. What day of the week is that? Okay, I'm like, when is December 8th? Okay, at Chargers, huh? Raiders is easy. At Bills
is
better
tough.
not win that. Yeah,
could be snowy, ugly, which kind of would benefit the Eagles maybe. But
okay,
if their offensive line isn't healthy, they're not a scary team. You can.
What's their record right now? 8-4. They're going to lose 2 more games.
They'll probably lose 2 more games. Yeah,
11
so that would put them at
6.
That would put them at 11-6. If the Cowboys win out, they'd be 11-5-1 and would win the division. I mean, that a lot of ifs there, obviously. But,
yeah, it's possible. So there's still
going to
be
impossible.
a wild
there's
card
like
team, though.
There's like a pretty.
The worst.
Oh yeah. There's like but there's like a not insane like miracle path for them to not win the division.
Maybe it's just this: when we watch them play, we're like, I don't know what you're doing.
We're dead inside when we watch them play.
Yeah, I can't watch them play.
I think they kind of fit.
Yeah, they're
in
right
this
there.
territory.
They fit right next to the Bills and the Ravens. They're sort of the Ravens, huh?
They're like the Ravens.
Like a lot of talent, can't do nothing.
They're good at a specific thing, and I don't even know that the Ravens have that specific thing right now. Given and also it was a weird game. The
Eagles got even more talent though. I mean, they have it's the best roster maybe in the league.
Their offensive line is not healthy, and everything.
Their corners aren't healthy either.
Yeah.
But they should be able to score some points.
They had a lot of talent.
What is this?
They had a lot of talent in 2023, and for whatever reason, this is another team that, like, similar to the Bears, it feels very emotional with them, where if the vibes are bad, it seems to really come out and affect their play on the field. And that swings both ways. The vibes could not have been higher in that playoff run last year, and they blew out everybody on their way to the Super Bowl. So it's I think it actually is a tangible. It's having like tangible, like quantitative results. This like
it's a vibes thing, and
vibes.
It's a vibes thing, and it's also a little bit of not good offensive coordination.
Yeah,
like to not be able to score. Like it was 3. They scratched a field goal through 3 quarters or something against the Bears. Like that's staggering.
It is terrible. Yeah,
it's like how.
The New England Patriots.
Yeah, it's stank.
Led by Drake May, coming off a big win against the Giants last night.
He made a beautiful throw last night. The touchdown throw. I thought it was very nice.
He's number 2.
I don't think they're that much better than the Giants.
He's number 2 in the NFL MVP race.
Yeah.
Behind Matthew Stafford.
Do you
think they are a Super Bowl contender or a Super Bowl favorite?
I mean, I guess they sort of have to be a contender at the very least. They sort of deserve that, but it's like
it's going to be tough for them to even lose the number 1 seed at this point.
I don't know about that.
So just that alone, being able to play,
I'm still hopeful they can drop 2. Okay, let me see.
Do you know who they play the rest of the way?
They play the Bills once.
Okay,
I know that. Who else?
Bills at home.
Yeah,
they go to Baltimore. They go to MetLife to play the Jets, and they play the Dolphins at home.
Crap.
Not great.
The Dolphins. I don't know. The Dolphins can travel.
You went to in Foxborough the second week of January.
Okay, and they have a bye week now.
Yeah, and they have a bye week now.
So they're getting ready to play the Bills.
Yeah, no, they are.
Look, the Bills got to win that game. Let's say the Bills can win that game. Then I think the Ravens could do it.
Yeah, they could.
So that's 2 losses.
I don't know if the Bills can, but yeah, it'll be. It's a big.
I think the Bills can. I think that game they can do. Because I don't feel like they took them seriously that first time.
Perhaps maybe.
I mean, the Bills aren't very good either, but I think they can. Yeah. So that's 2 losses. Then we talking.
Then we're talking. Yeah, if those specific things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Super Bowl contenders, right, though.
Yeah.
The Vikings. Super Bowl favorite for the Vikings?
Oh, my God.
J.J. McCarthy?
You want to put them Like, I like the coach, but
Their defense is
I
pretty
feel
good.
dead on the inside when I watch them.
I don't know how you can feel good. I've not seen a single Vikings fan talk positively about them. Like
the other,
and they had
yeah,
so there was a weird thing this week where JJ McCarthy missed the game for like a concussion he started having symptoms for on like the plane ride home from their last game. And so everyone was like, is it real? You know, if there's one injury you can like easily just kind of say is happening, it would be that one.
he
And then
plays. He
Brosmer went
plays
out
like he
and
has
played-
a concussion, though. I will say to the medical staff's credit, maybe
maybe.
the administration of the test is just watching him play.
Maybe
They're like, oh,
he's the baseline for all.
Definitely got a concussion. I know that he passed the backward alphabet test, but when you watch him play, he looks like he's playing with a concussion.
He did he did the same neurological test that the president had to do.
I don't want to joke about
that
head
he
trauma.
absolutely aced. He
But
aced it.
Part of the reason they got to sort of be somewhere here in this bottom rung is because of them letting go of Darnold. Like, that's gotta be factored in there.
That's gotta hurt, man.
Yeah,
because this team was if they win the last game of the season last year, they're the number 1 seed in the NFC, and they went from that to this where they had Max Brosmer playing and I looked somehow worse. I mean, it's not his fault. He's not really he's an undrafted free agent who played at like New Hampshire University of New Hampshire. Like, he's of course that's how that went against Seattle, one of the best defenses in the league. It's not like his fault, but yeah, no, dead inside. I think that's right. I think that is right. The Panthers, who would know?
You know,
from a play to play, they swing from
dead on the inside to Super Bowl contender.
It's insane.
I actually thought that they had a chance in the Rams game. Like I thought
they won
the
Rams
game. Oh yeah. Well, I know,
you're saying before the game.
Before
I thought
they had.
I thought you were saying they had a chance to win like during it.
No, they won it. But I actually thought that they had a chance because I felt like the Rams were coming off of too many big wins.
It was kind of a classic trap game.
Trap game, yeah. So
yeah, they're 7-6. They have a winning record going to their bye week. Like
I think
they're the
I'm
weirdest
more hopeful
team.
about them than the Browns. I think they're right next to
that. You can call them like an ascending playoff team. They don't really fit.
You're putting
in a category.
them in. What are you talking about? I said next to the Browns.
Out, but hopeful. Look, they are right there for the playoffs, though. Like, they're not out of it. I don't think they'll make it, but they have the same number of wins as the team in first place.
Goodness.
Like, this is the thing. It's they seem like a joke, but like they're right there, and they just beat this team. They also beat this team. They beat the Packers and the Rams. Like, this show has kind of been, we've talked about the Panthers a lot, and it's kind of been a bit of a joke, but they're literally right there. Like,
yeah,
they're going in their bye week. They have a chance to get healthy. They have 2 weeks to prepare for their next game, which is at New Orleans, a game they should win. They lost to them 2 weeks ago, but they should beat them. And then they play the Buccaneers twice. They have both their games with the Bucs coming up. Like, they could win. They control their own destiny to win the division. It's insane. But yeah, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I don't really know where to put them.
Road. I mean, they.
Well, yeah.
Bucs,
it's nice
Seahawks,
though that
Bucs.
it's nice that they control it, right? Like they can beat the Bucs twice and win the division. Like,
let's say they split with the Bucs and lose to the Seahawks, but beat the Saints. So 1-2. 2 wins. Where does that put them? What would they be?
I don't know.
2 wins, 2 losses. What's their record?
We put them at 9-8.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be enough, probably.
Yeah. Well, okay. I guess I'm saying I don't think they're making the playoffs, but I'm hopeful. But you want to put them a category up? Sure.
Well, they're not declining, though.
Yeah,
they're not declining,
ascending.
so they don't really fit in a category. They're going to go over here and kind of be their own thing, and I'm going to make them huge.
You want to put them on the line?
Because they are.
You want to put them on the line above Washington?
I want to put them right where I put them because they are uncategorizable.
You know what?
That's a word.
As you've expanded that logo, it really looks like it's roaring, and I think that's fitting. They do look like they're roaring.
Yeah, Yeah, no, they are just looming over everything that we do.
That's a good
Constantly.
logo. Honestly, way better than the Jaguars logo.
Devesh looks at the Panthers logo for the first time.
Yeah, this is the first time I've really paid attention to that.
Not San Diego, but the Los Angeles
Chargers. Are they ascending or descending? Like, I just feel like every time I pay attention to them, they lose a game that
They're
shouldn't
so
lose.
injured. Everyone is hurt, but that's the case with all these teams. I think ascending just because
Okay.
I want to say ascending and I'm wearing a Chargers jersey
They
right now.
play the Eagles. They play the Eagles. Then they go at the Chiefs, at the Cowboys. Then they play the Texans and the Broncos. So nice thing is they have it in their hands, but boy.
All right, I moved them down to descending because they're not winning.
They're not winning those games. How many of those games are they winning?
They might not win any of
Eagles?
those games.
They could beat the Eagles.
They could beat the Eagles.
Monday
I hope
night
they beat the Eagles
at home. Then they're going to the Chiefs. They could win that game.
They could.
They beat them earlier in the year. They get up for the Chiefs.
They're not that different than the Panthers, to be totally honest.
No, stop it.
They're more talented, but like
they got a better coach and a quarterback.
I don't know if they have a better coach. I think Canales is pretty good. They definitely have a better quarterback.
You think Canales is better than Harbaugh?
I'm not saying he's better. I'm saying he's not. I'm
Jim
not saying
Harbaugh.
I'm saying, the word that I'm being semantic about is definitely. I think Canales is pretty good. I think he's doing a lot more with a lot less than what Harbaugh has.
Okay, listen. This is a whole bag of worms. I like Harbaugh. He's the best Harbaugh.
We all like Harbaugh. It
doesn't
fine.
sound like you like Harbaugh.
We all like Harbaugh. You know who the problem is? Greg Roman, and I could do a whole episode dedicated to my feelings
we should do
for Greg
a
Roman.
whole history on Greg Roman.
Let's do it right now.
I
Pull
think
it up.
He was the only time that I really thought his offense was good was when when Kaepernick was doing it.
Well, he had the 2019 offense with Lamar, which was pretty good. But
no, but I didn't. I just thought it was a little bit of hype, like for the regular season.
It was also like
Lamar's
first year as a full starter, and the league didn't know what to do with him.
He's Lamar, yeah,
and he was like the healthiest and like he's going to be. And
I love how they use the run part of it, but I just never thought that was going to work in the playoffs against.
Yeah, we're not. I don't actually want to talk about that.
Kaepernick did. Kaepernick did it.
Yeah,
that team.
Yeah,
but it was early. People didn't see their system for a little. Okay, anyways, the pistol. People weren't used to pistol. Okay. The Saints. Are you hopeful for them? Dead on the inside. What were you going to say about the quarterback, Spencer?
I just don't understand why Tyler Shuck's playing. Like he's clearly not better than Spencer Rattler to me. Spencer Rattler is younger.
Yeah, but maybe they're not trying
Tyler
to win
Shuck.
games. Like, because maybe they realize they both stink. It doesn't really matter. Maybe it's a Houston situation, but they're worse.
It's almost like too perfectly set up for them to draft Arch Manning. I feel like at this point.
Oh, that's great.
Which will, yeah.
Okay. I guess people don't know that Peyton Manning's dad Archie Manning played for. I mean, people do, but maybe
I think
not.
A lot of people know.
Okay.
Yeah, he played. Do you know how many winning seasons he had as the Saints quarterback?
One.
Archie Manning.
One.
If I'm not mistaken, he had zero. I don't think he ever had. I
was giving him the benefit of the doubt for one, but they were bad.
We can go into that more when
the New Orleans.
I mean, Arch Manning might not even come out.
Great city, horrible team.
The Dallas Cowboys. A lot's going to hinge on.
There's no doubt they're ascending.
A lot's going to hinge on this game.
Those wide receivers are fantastic.
But the vibes
I never enjoyed
higher.
watching the Cowboys play until that game. Probably was the most enjoyable I felt.
I had a take watching that game.
Play.
I had a take watching that game where if you're frustrated with the like too high safeties, like dink and dunk offenses that we're seeing,
blow them out of it.
Of what? Well, as a result of what the chiefification, the tush pushification of NFL offenses. If you're frustrated with that, you should be rooting for the Dallas Cowboys to win the Super Bowl because then everyone is going to try to emulate what they're doing.
Get two
and
receivers.
What they're doing is fun as hell. So
Yeah, you only
I
need
think-
2 number 1 receivers.
Yep, I
A
think
lot
they
of
are
teams
America's team again.
Don't know how to
And-
draft a single receiver. I'm
yeah,
glad you guys have 2.
yeah.
It's
The
like-
vibes have never been higher.
I was
All
so.
right.
You know what? They're off. They just look like they know what the heck they're doing. And I've never been a
Yeah.
Schottenheimer fan, but boy, he's doing a good
no,
job.
he's doing great. He's
Yeah.
doing great. It's a shame they dug themselves such
The
a big hole, but
defense-
you know what?
The defense,
defense playing a lot
doesn't
better.
stink. They're like
No, it's good.
They're
It's
putting
actually,
it together. It's a good sign of good coaching.
I said earlier in the year that they could be a Super Bowl contender if they had a defense that was slightly better than like competent or slightly worse than competent.
Okay, my question to you is: what is Jerry going to do to screw this thing up? Because you know it's going to get screwed up. Like,
Yeah, because
so
it's kind
at
of
wha-
looking pretty good for him right now.
Yeah, at what point?
Well, if
What
George
is he gonna
Pickens is a
do?
free agent, so that
No,
That
he's
could
going
be
to
it.
do something in the next few games that
Oh,
we're
you
going to be
think he's-
talking about.
Well,
That's just going to screw this whole thing up.
you think Jerry will?
What was he talking about last week? He was talking. It's just none of the
Oh,
stuff is
God.
catching. He was saying that he was trying to send Micah to the Jets.
Yeah. He said
What
he
is
said
up
that
with
he
him?
offered Micah Parsons.
Why do they still
and
let
a
him get in front of a
first-round pick.
microphone?
He said he offered Micah Parsons and a first round pick for Quentin Williams, the defensive tackle that they
It's full
traded
of
for at the
crap.
deadline,
It's full
which
of crap. But
can't be true.
But was I? He's an idiot and doesn't
Well,
know what
yeah, I
he's
mean, if the
talking
J-
about.
if the
But was
Jets-
I right about Quentin Williams still a good player?
Oh, he's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Sure. Yeah.
So funny how being in a place that like
No, they-
you're like
they have a good run
we're
defense
sort of
now.
we're sort of winning.
And
Like, we
they're-
got a chance.
Their defense is built more like the Eagles, where
It's-
they have like the really good interior, and they're really fast. They fly the ball,
And
They're-
they
the
know
defense
if we
playing
just
pretty
make a
well.
couple stops, the offense is going to score. It's
Yeah.
like funny what hope will do for you.
Yeah.
Where
I mean,
on
look
the
at-
Jets, you're like, I don't have a quarterback. What am I doing?
If you look at how that Cowboys Chiefs game started, it started with Dak throwing an interception, and
Yeah.
they went down like 10-0, right? Like
Honestly,
right away.
impressive that they got back into that.
Yeah. So yeah, things are looking pretty good. Dak is third in MVP odds right now.
Very
Can we-
difficult to guard those guys.
Let's move on to
Chiefs.
the team they beat, the Chiefs.
They had a long
We've
day.
talked
on
about the Chiefs a
defense.
lot.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, you'd be hopeful. for
they're
them.
another team that doesn't really fit in these categories if you don't think they're making the playoffs. But
Yeah. I guess I would put them in there, but low.
yeah, maybe if this is
Right
like just
there.
declining
Boom.
teams
Yeah.
is kind of what it's
Yeah.
becoming. We've talked enough about the Chiefs, I think.
Yeah.
The
But
Bengals-
wait, can I just say one more thing? It's a lot of fun to watch them lose. Is it? Do
You
you
know
not
my
feel
take on
good?
this?
It's
No, I
nice,
don't.
right?
My take on this,
Yeah.
I don't feel that way about the Chiefs, and I think
I like
think we'll
Andy.
be-
I love Andy.
we'll be missing something if they don't make the playoffs, and I think we'll be worse off if they don't make the playoffs. And the reason I feel that way is I think this energy of having a team that's like the villain that like team people are rooting against, nobody wants to see them make it to a third straight Super Bowl or a fourth straight Super Bowl. I think that's good. I think that the kind of narrative like adds energy to the playoffs in a way that, you know, I can't get super excited about the Jaguars
of course.
and
because of
and the
who they would be
Ravens or-
replacing. Like, who cares about whoever the 7th seed is? We'd rather have the
Exactly, yeah.
Chiefs in there in terms of a narrative arc. But let me
Yeah.
tell you something: they can go kick rocks. And it's
I just-
so much
I-
fun
just
to
seeing
watch
everyone-
them lose.
just seeing everyone like
Yeah, look,
gleeful over them missing the playoffs. I think
we
I
want
don't
them to
think
lose, but we don't want them out of it. Sort of. Well, we do want them out of it, but that's why
Yeah.
they should be in it.
like the happiest anybody was when they made the Super Bowl and then got
Oh,
their
it's-
teeth kicked in.
Oh my
Like,
God.
So root for that. I would.
Can I
say.
tell you
It's-
how satisfying Thanksgiving, like my food digested better, watching them get because I just knew they cannot guard these receivers. It's not happening.
Yeah.
It's not happening. They put them to work. I mean, it was just like, okay, whose turn is it? Pickens. Whose turn is it? Lamb. Pickens is
Yeah.
fantastic. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
would stink in Buffalo because there's nothing to do.
Oh, he stunk in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, there's nothing
the
to
Jets. I
Uh,
feel like the Jets are moving in a good direction. They don't have the
Yeah.
quarterback though, which kind of
Yeah.
hurts. But
yeah, they're still dead on the inside, but I don't. They're not like bad.
you
Like,
know, I said
He's
that
done
if
a good job culturally.
I said that if the Browns were 13-0, they'd be dead on the inside. I don't think the Jets are like quite like that, but if the Jets were like 7-6, they'd be dead on the inside still.
Yeah, but this is nice. Like they're losing because they know what they're doing. They got to go get a quarterback.
Yeah, they
just
finally
lose.
tore it
They got
down.
a ton of picks. Like they're fine.
Yeah,
they got something to be hopeful about, I guess.
Yeah,
a little bit.
The Giants, tough game last night.
Geez, that's not the team I was expecting. Like,
yeah,
I thought Jameis is going to be out there playing quarterback, playing receiver. Like, I was not like I was like, why did they not have him in there?
I am bullish on the Giants long term, so I feel like they should be up here in this hopeful category.
They disappointed me.
They at least think they have their quarterback, which is cool.
Why wouldn't you play Jameis last night? That's my question. You just took Detroit to overtime.
Because it's not about that. It's about getting. They were already eliminated from playoff contention. It's about getting Jackson Dart, your rookie quarterback, some reps in an NFL game. Like that's what
you
it's
are
about.
an interim head coach.
Yeah, but
don't you want to win some games?
No.
Also, like,
I don't think he's going to be rewarded.
Can somebody
for winning
beat
games.
the stupid Patriots? I think that's more why I'm annoyed about it.
If are you saying that because you think Kafka should be trying to like keep the job and be the head coach? He's going to have a better chance of doing that if he shows he can win with the quarterback who's going to be the quarterback next year, not Jameis Winston.
I know, but they would have had a better chance of winning last night, which is what I care about.
Maybe. I mean, that's easy to say in hindsight.
Oh, come on. Jameis.
They didn't win the games with Jameis, though.
They
didn't win
Detroit to overtime, though.
But they lost.
He played
they didn't
great.
win the game.
He played like an actual quarterback.
You play to win the games.
Your quarterback plays like a running back right now.
Yeah, I know. He
Steelers?
took another big hit last night. Steelers
declining.
This is declining.
He's playing like Tim Tebow without the
who is
charm. Jackson Dart. Where are we putting the Steelers? I guess
they're not making the playoffs.
Are
they're
next
kind of
to
dead
the,
inside.
No. Hold on. They actually could lose that game last week against the Bills, and it didn't affect them really because they play the Ravens head to head here.
Yeah, but I don't think they're being. I think they're even worse off than the Ravens.
I think they're in the same tier as the Chiefs.
Okay.
Now teams were booing. They were chanting fire.
Yeah, they were chanting fire Tomlin. Like it's
fire
dark.
Tomlin. That's bad.
It's darker than it has been in Pittsburgh.
That is really bad
in a really long time.
And they also play. They play Renegade. I guess is their song.
They booed it. They booed it. I know. It's just that's why I'm like this is the darkest I've ever. This is the darkest I've seen Pittsburgh in my life.
The stadium dudes, PA dudes, need to have some awareness. Maybe you don't have to play Renegade every fourth quarter. You don't have to do it. Just don't play it.
It's tough times.
You're down 3 scores.
The Lions were
I'm biased.
Declining. I mean, it's a tough road for them. We talked about that.
They're with the Bills and Seahawks. I mean, sorry. Wait, where's the Lions? That's not the Lions. That's Tampa.
That's Tampa.
That's the Lions.
Sorry.
I think they're in there. I guess I'm still a little biased. I still feel like they can do it, but they got a little road here. We talked about the Lions, yeah.
We don't. These two teams can't both make the playoffs.
They can't both make the playoffs.
Something's got to give there. But we forgot to talk about the Bucks. I knew I had pulled their helmet.
Declining. They're not
declining. Yeah,
they're health.
Unhealthy.
They're not playing the best health, and they're just tough teams they're playing.
And we also forgot to talk about the Bengals. I pulled some helmets and then I put them away. And we didn't talk about them.
I guess they got some hope. They got Burrow back, and they played a nice game.
Yeah,
they got the Bills
they'll have time
coming
to get better
up here.
On
this is going to be a sort of tough game for the Bills.
They're still not out of it for the playoffs. They can still win the division.
They have a little bit of the Cowboys situation because they have 2 great receivers, and
yeah, they're very similarly built teams. Kind of rolling through these. The Falcons, hell,
yeah, dead
inside.
Yeah. Do they have the quarterback? Do they have the coach?
They don't have the quarterback. I'm not sure about the coach, and they don't have their pick next year, which right now is the 9th overall pick, which would go to our last team, the
Rams have that pick? That's disgusting.
Who have their pick. Yeah.
I don't like it. Super Bowl favorites. Although they lost. I don't know. No. Here's the thing. I think you should put them next to New England and the Seahawks.
I agree. And this is kind of what I was hoping would happen.
Yeah,
I don't think there is
a
clear-cut Super Bowl favorite.
There's no favorite.
There's kind of these teams that are maybe a tier above the rest.
Game script. This whole episode had a nice theme here.
You really forced it. You really
no
forced.
one's good.
You really scripted that theme right in there.
Look at that story. Nice.
And then we got our Panthers just looming over
Came
everything.
full circle. Yeah, the Panthers are the wild card. They could be a Super Bowl. We'll come in next week.
They
The
can
Super
do
Bowl
anything.
favorite is
They
the
can do
Carolina
it. Well,
Panthers.
they don't play this week, so
Oh,
they
nice.
can't lose.
That's nice.
Yeah. Oh man.
What's your hat?
Well,
I don't know this team.
this cat
It's a baseball hat.
Yeah. No, the hat literally has a baseball on it.
Yeah.
It's the Milwaukee Brewers.
Oh, nice.
Lucy wanted to say
Hey,
hi.
Lucy.
and
Oh
get
my
on the show.
goodness. Oh my gosh. Hi, Lucy. Where are you
now
looking? She's like
now
me
she
in the
just-
beginning of the
Hey,
episode.
look at the camera. Look at the camera.
Hi, Lucy. Oh
Hi.
my goodness.
She's like, why are there bright lights in my eyes? I'm
Oh my
nocturnal-ish.
gosh.
Anyway, where can people find you these days?
Find me here.
Find you here.
Yeah. That's where we're recording, I guess. I got a
You
Love
can
of
find me
Sports
here.
handle on Instagram. Got a little YouTube, but I'm on here more than I put out. So
Yeah. Well, if you are listening to this,
do we have merch, Derek?
Not yet. We could.
I think we should have merch.
Okay, we'll do merch. I'll fire that up. Let me fire up the sweatshops and get some merch.
Let's get
No, it'll be
let's
ethically
get
derived merch.
production on this.
Yeah. You can find this show wherever you are listening to it right now. You can subscribe to it. You can subscribe to it on YouTube if that's not where you're listening to it right now. You can go to YouTube and subscribe to that. There's some other content on there that's been trickling out. I have another conspiracy theory. I did a YouTube short where it was me like ranting about Google Gemini.
Yeah.
And it
Zero
got zero views. And
They
I think they're
flagged it.
squashing it. I think
Yeah.
they flagged it. I think they were like, this
100%.
besmirches the good name of Google. Nobody's
Horrible.
going to see it.
Awful.
So if you don't agree with that behavior by Google, which they absolutely did, go watch that one as many times as you can. Just keep it on a loop on your computer, on your phone, whatever. This cat is trying to climb up behind me.
Oh my goodness.
So that's fun.
Whose jersey do you have on?
Herbert.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Thought I'd support him going up against the Eagles. What's the other thing?
What's the other
Instagram, Blue Sky. Look for it there. Derek Lake Sports. And yeah.
Sweet.
What do you got going on the rest of the day? You going to go play in the snow? Gonna
Oh
make a
my
snowman?
god! I wish. I'm in.
My
the
daughter
booth
had a
still.
2-hour delay today because it was raining.
Oh
So that's cool.
no! This is legitimate. We're gonna get like 8 inches of snow here. I wish I could
Yeah,
go skiing or sledding
didn't.
or something. Can't.
Well, you can't because
In
your
the
foot,
boat.
which is probably protecting you
I
from
did
yourself.
shovel though.
You gotta be careful with that too. We're getting old.
I
man.
guess, but I really enjoy shoveling. I enjoy a good.
What?
I don't have a snowblower because I enjoy shoveling, and I'm in upstate New York, so I could really
That's
actually
absurd.
have a snowblower.
Nobody likes shoveling.
No, I really enjoy it.
What about it do you enjoy?
I got annoyed at my sister this morning because she started doing it. I'm like, what are you doing? Get inside.
about shoveling
I'm sure
do you
the
enjoy?
neighbors heard me saying that. They're like, what is wrong with this guy? He's telling her to get inside. I just like.
Well, we have to do that. We have to do
I
that
just think
to
it's good exercise. I don't know.
we have to do that to my father-in-law because he's, up there now.
Yeah, and he's shoveling.
It's like one of the more dangerous activities you can do if you're older. And
I
he
know
just
somebody
does
who
it.
broke a hip this weekend.
Yeah,
Not
and you
shoveling,
can have a
just
heart
slipped.
attack. Like
Oof.
it's pretty rough because you get hot and
Yeah.
because you're exerting and something about lifting your arms like above your head or something. I don't know, but yeah. So we tell them like just hire like a teenager to do it. Like
Yeah,
give them like they're teenagers. They don't know how much could a teenager shoveling cost? Like
I
$10.
feel like the costs have gone up. I used to shovel. I used to do that. I used to go around the neighborhood and do that. Actually, I used to do that for Christmas. I would literally Christmas Eve. This is probably a better episode story for Christmas. But
What would
I
you do
would-
on Christmas Eve?
I would go and like shovel a couple driveways, get like
Was it always
15,
snowing
20
on
bucks.
Christmas Eve?
I just remember, I don't know. And then
Was it
I
one Christmas Eve?
Definitely it was one Christmas Eve. I think it was
Okay.
a few of them. And I would just, whatever, like $20 I made, I would go to like CVS and buy gifts for everybody.
Oh,
Like
well,
3 or
that's
4
a sweet.
Like $3 or $4 gifts,
That's a sweet rags to better rags story.
Yeah. Yeah. I was getting everybody things that they don't need.
You don't know that. They could have needed
I
it
thought
more
they needed
than you
them.
know.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this feels like
You're just buying everybody deodorant.
Yeah, it was stuff like that. Aftershave,
Yes.
cologne.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of
All
your
right.
week. Enjoy the Cowboys beating the Detroit Lions on Thursday.
Big games this week.
Big
Now
games,
everything
big
is
games.
like,
We're gonna.
super
All
heightened.
these games are big.
yeah, I can't wait.
The games up to this point not important. It's now
It starts
everything.
Thursday night. This is gonna be. This is a fun game. I'm very excited to watch. I'm gonna be tuning in to watch the Cowboys.
Everything up to this point might as well have been preseason.
I guess what should we root for? I know you're rooting for the Cowboys. I guess I'll root for the. I feel
What do you
there's
mean,
no
who should we root
possible
for?
way that the Cowboys and the Lions can make the playoffs. No, they can.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
they
could,
can.
but it would take all the other teams losing, and that's probably
The
not gonna
Eagles
happen.
out. You want the Eagles out?
I don't think the Eagles can fall out. Even if they lose
Listen.
out, it's gonna be tough.
I know, like the Chiefs making it is interesting. They can go kick rocks. Rooting for that.
All right, you heard it here first.
I know.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that's
this
it.
is fun. Yeah.
This is where we're gonna end it right here.
Okay.
Look at the camera. Look at the camera and say
Good night.
And say
Do we have a sign off? We need to have a sign off.
we don't have a sign off. Yeah. What could the sign off be?
I wonder what Wishbone did. A bark
What
or
did
something.
Wishbone do? What would Wishbone do?
What would Wishbone do?
Well, Wishbone
Probably
says good night.
Spun in like a circle. I'm in a
Yeah, he
spinning
spun
chair.
like a little wink,
yeah.
ruff, ruff. Little bark. All right. Bye.
Okay. See ya.